fixing to put the red one on first, and we're going to use a car battery because we don't want to have to undo the battery. Now when I put this one on, it's going to start the thing. Come around here and look. We got bubbles and all kinds of stuff. We got a submergible thing there.
There's the pump.
And the water goes up, and then it's bubbling over there.
I'll let you.
All right. And as it, can I go closer to look at it? So now we're pulling out water out of our container here, and the water is going up into the heat exchanger. I'm going to come around here so we can see it.
The red part is your Ventura.
Yeah, this part here is the Ventura.
And it's sucking the chlorine gas that's being generated in your right-hand column. It's
in
sucking,
here.
Right, it's sucking that gas out and pulling it up into that red tube.
It's going through here.
Right, and that's where the chlorine gas is interacting with the water.
Okay, and so the water is now going
Water
from
that's
here.
exposed to the chlorine gas is
It's
now
going back down into the
recirculate.
same place.
Correct.
And we could put it into a separate thing, which was this one right here, but we decided that it was easier. We couldn't get the pump down in there. So now this salt has been put in right up here. It wasn't very much salt, and he says that'll do 1,000 pounds, that little bit of salt that we put in. Just plain old table salt. So it's perking away, cleaning this water. And it's pretty easy, I guess. If we're going to test it after a bit, we'll open this valve right here and get some water out and see how the level of chlorine is. Now, this Dr. Pass is a microbiologist.
Can you see that now? The difference between here and here?
So we're looking at orange on the left side.
It's sort of a yellow.
Yeah, yellowish. And that means that it is...
That chlorine is present.
And that's about the right amount, or do you want it darker?
Just a little darker.
Want a little darker.
Yeah,
okay, and this has been going about 15 minutes,
correct.
Right? And so it's still cooking over here.
Right.
We've got bubbles coming up out of that's making the chlorine on the right, and on the left, it's making sodium hydroxide.
Correct.
There we go. And it's coming down into there. Now we could be storing it in this other container, which we may eventually do. But right now we're just recycling it. Okay, we're looking here at the exchanger, and those little bitty bubbles that are coming up through there is what you want to see.
Just sodium ions.
Sodium ions, and they're coming up into the heat exchanger up here and forming that sodium hydroxide. And then over here on this side, when we get ready to stop this thing, we're going to have chlorine.
Yeah, this is the chlorine gas that's accumulating in here.
Oh, okay. So the gas, where is it going?
And the gas then is being drawn into the
tube
into the Ventura. This is a suction tube, vacuum tube.
And then it's going into the water.
And interacts with the water in this
that area.
chamber here.
And then it's going down
into your reservoir.
Woo-hoo-hoo, down here. Yes. Now, let's say that again, Dr. Paz.
I want you to say it.
Oh, well, I'm not sure I can.
What we want to achieve in our water that we're going to drink, we want to achieve a 5 parts per million chlorine level. We will then, once we've attained that, then we can turn off the pump, turn off the chlorinator, and then wait approximately 1 hour and then retest the water. If the chlorine level stabilizes between 2 and 4 parts per million, then the water is now ready to be used. It can be, you can drink it or cook with it or wash with it.
And if it's not, you let it sit.
Correct. If it exceeds 5 parts per million, then you may let it sit. You may need to let it sit overnight, like 12 to 18 hours, and then retest it. And again, as long as that water's the chlorine level's in that 2 to 4 parts per million range, then it's safe to use.
Oh, great.
But you should not drink it anytime that exceeds 4 parts per million.
And that's going to be a light yellow.
That should be a light yellow.
Okay. Now we're looking at this color that we want on our tester.
We're in the 5 parts, probably in excess of 5 parts per million right now.
Okay. And that's all right.
That's okay.
Okay. And now we've taken it, the pump is still down there pumping, but we've put the water into this jug of a thing, which is going to be a reservoir for clean water that we can take out to a village someplace if we need to. And here it is still percolating over here, and as soon as it drains out all the water over there and we have it all into our nice little jug, we'll stop it. Now we're getting ready to take out the chlorine. Now, because it is useful for Clorox, for bleach and things like that, we're going to save it. Wow, there it went all the way down. It's empty now. And we've saved our chlorine. Okay, now we're taking out the sodium hydroxide, and we're going to use it next time to start the system, because it'll prime the pump more or less.
It's going to overflow.
We got too much, we'll let it go out on the ground then, I guess. Now this is caustic, so you want to be very careful with it. Don't get it on. Taking the rinsing it out so that there's no chlorine left in there to corrode or salt to corrode the works, and we're just letting it drain out on the floor or the ground. Very good.
Flushing out the sodium hydroxide side.
Right, so we're cleaning up.
Ready?
He's pouring in water, and now it's going to drain through there. And now here it's fixing to come out the top of this tube, and we're going to put it out someplace where we don't mind if we kill the grass.
Yeah, it's pretty diluted now.